Hey, Aries, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aries, welcome to December 2024. What is in store for you? Well, you have a theme showing up right away. You have the 10 of Wands and the letting go card. So something that may have been heavy on your shoulders, it could have even been burdensome. For some of you, this has to do with ill health or something with the body. I feel like there is a shift or a choice that will be made in December that could bring about better health, better vitality, better sleep. Okay, and I'm getting micro, the word micro. I mean, this could be micro dosing. It could be micromanaging. For some of you, you may benefit from taking small doses or taking something more often than maybe once in a while in larger quantities. I hope that makes sense. And for those of you who felt like you've been micromanaged lately, perhaps that has been affecting your health mentally, maybe even physically, because there's some changes going. Wow, there's some changes coming in here for you. And there's the Judgment card. There's the Fool. 10 of Swords with the Tower. Whoa. All right. You have some changes coming in, Aries. Now, you also have the Detox card showing up here. This is about eliminating toxicity, healthy body, healthy mind. And it's interesting because you also have the Body Talk card. So for a lot of you, I really see some choices and decisions. Bottom of the deck, you have choices made around your health, mental health, physical health, emotional health, because there are some big endings coming in. You're definitely letting go of maybe 2024. It is the last month of the year. For others of you, you could be letting go of a job that's been causing you a lot of stress, perhaps relationships. This could also be unhealthy eating patterns or unhealthy dynamics that have caused dis-ease, also known as disease in the body. So we have a few extra tarot cards coming out in your reading, but we'll look at them all. All right, we're just getting all your cards out here. Now, I'm getting vitamin C, or getting your C, the big C. I mean, maybe some of you, this is a colonoscopy, or maybe some of you are recovering from cancer. For others, this is, taking more vitamin C, and maybe instead of just taking it when you're feeling low on energy, maybe you're microdosing or taking smaller quantities throughout the year. So of course, please see a medical licensed professional if need be. All right, last card here, please. The Offering. Wow. Aries, this is a big month. You're going to want to stay tuned to this reading. There's a lot of change coming in. I see the Fool, the Judgment, the Tower. So this is big changes. And the fact that you have letting go here, for some of you, you've been going through a bit of a roller coaster. You've been going through some heavy things. Now, right away, you have Detox showing up. So I do see that you're releasing unhealthy patterns or dynamics, or at least you're finding solutions, right? It's not like, oh, it's gone in a day. It's not like it's just all of a sudden not there, but in a kind of what I'm getting here with this 10 of Swords. So in a way, it may feel like it is a finalization of something. So it could very much go away. So just like the 10 of Swords, you see, this is the house that has landed on the Wicked Witch, right? And she's gone. When that house lands on her, there's no second chance. And I see that here with the Judgment card. So it almost feels as though some of you have gone through something quite significant within your career, your health, your love. We're going to explore all areas here. And I see that you're letting go of something and it feels liberating, and it feels like you have a brand new beginning here on the horizon, Aries. This is about withdrawing from drama. Some of you, there could be a choice made around maybe even family dynamics. You could be doing something different this year, especially around the holidays. This could be you're not allowing people to take advantage, or you're not allowing maybe the heaviness of sometimes December's energy, or the holiday season can be quite hectic, quite chaotic. There's something you're doing differently this time around. And what is that? I feel like you're either asking for help, you're setting a really great boundary, or you're letting it go, right? I'm getting that let them theory. The let them theory. If you haven't heard of that, it almost feels like you're not worried about what other people think. You're not worried about what's going on over here. You're saying, let them. If people want to talk, if people want to live their lives in a certain way, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I feel like you're saying, let them. The detox card is heavy here. You could be going on a cleanse. You could be going on some sort of elimination. So eliminating things from your diet that are no longer serving you, or maybe that's something you're planning, right? Getting ready to come into 2025 healthier and stronger than before. You're releasing something. This is huge because you have the letting go card next to it. Aries, liberation, goodbyes, growth. I'm hearing also a home. And the home here, some of you, you're moving out, or someone's moving out. Perhaps you had a neighbor even. Maybe you had a pesky neighbor, or, maybe you were living with someone, or you've been looking to sell or buy a home. I feel like there's a change around a home coming in here. But this is also about goodbyes, growth, ascension, and closure. You've gone through a lot of life lessons, and you want there to be flow in your life. Now, some of you, this has to do with possibly a sibling or someone that there was conflict with. You had conflict with, maybe it's every time you get together for the holidays, or perhaps this is a coworker or a best friend. It just feels like there's someone here that there has been tension, there's been stress, and I see that even with this 9 of Pentacles here. The 9 of Pentacles, it feels like maybe they were codependent on you. You could have been codependent on them. It feels like they are leaving the nest in some way. Someone is leaving the nest here. Either it's you or someone that you've been dealing with, and it feels good. It feels a lot better. Now, you have the body talk card showing up, and this is about self-love. And I feel like that's what choices are coming in for you in the month of December, and 2025. I feel like the choices that you make are going to be based in self-love. They're going to be based in what is best for you. And maybe that's why that let them theory is coming up. Okay. It almost feels like you may have listened to other people's nonsense, or other people's fear, or other people's choices that maybe they thought was best for you. And I just see you standing up for yourself. You're coming out of denial. Someone is coming out of denial here, and there's healing that is taking place. Once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. And I see the 7 of, let's see here. We have the 6 of Swords. Oh, we have the 5 of Swords here. I haven't even looked too much at what's coming in for the minor arcanas, but I do see the 5 and the 6. All right. So, or the 9, excuse me, the 5 and the 9 of Swords. So it almost feels as though, there's been some sort of struggle, some sort of conflict that you are working on letting go of, because this could have even caused nightmares. I mean, the 9 of Swords isn't a fun energy to be in. It's really not. It is obsessive thoughts. It can be depression. It can be sleep, right? Sleep being affected here, sleep apnea. Some of you may even sleep with a mask, or you may have had nightmares even. Some of you, your dreams were alerting you to something deep within your subconscious. Okay, your dreams may have alerted you of an issue even. of an issue with your body. You may have had maybe a prophetic dream. For others of you, I just feel like something is being stabilized this month, and it's going to require a reconstructing of beliefs, a reconstructing of one's life, of one's eating habits, of maybe one's friend group or their family group. But this is good when the body talk shows up because you're doing it for you. And I see that you're exercising, okay? You could be exercising good spiritual practices such as mindfulness or meditation. You could be exercising physically. Some of you may be wanting to work more on your cardio or go out in nature and go for walks. Some of you could be doing some chakra healing. Okay, you could be looking into Reiki or energy work, massage therapy, physical therapy. So you're really taking care of yourself on all levels. Bottom of the deck, you have the choice card. And right behind it, you have mending. So there's a choice here to come together. There's a choice to forgive. There's a choice here to heal and repair, possibly therapy, maybe psychic surgery. That could be part of the dream state here. Some of you are healing during your dreams. You could be astral traveling. You could be connecting to higher dimensional beings while you sleep, right? Your guides and your ancestors. There is massive healing taking place here for you. This is big. For others of you, you may actually have some surgeries coming up here, okay? And you may have a choice to make around a surgery, but Spirit is saying be open to maybe a second opinion or be open to multiple ways of seeing a situation, because that is what is going to liberate you. If you feel like you've been in hanged man mode, Aries, even though I don't see the hanged man out here, sometimes the Nine of Swords feels like the hanged man, right? Feels like you're stuck in that obsessive energy of anxiety and worry and depression. It feels like you can get lost in that and spiral in that at times. But I do see some sort of professional guidance coming in. This can also be big picture thinking, holistic thinking as well, viewing it from, you know, a wider range instead of just a singular mindset. That's what this choice card is all about for you. And I can't help but notice you have divine guidance and bliss at the bottom. So it does seem to me that there's a choice coming in, that there's your angelic support, right? There's your spiritual strength. Some prayers here are being answered, and you're going to see some miracles take place. And what better time of the year, right? The angelic guidance is helping you move through some shifts. All right, let's look at the tarot. Your first card out was the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands here showing up for you, Aries, is taking on a lot, right? It's burdens. It is feeling overwhelmed, having 1,000,010 responsibilities. You may need to delegate. You may need to prioritize, or really take a look at your responsibilities and say, is this something I have to address right now? Or can I reprioritize, ask for help? Can I put that to the side if it's not as important? Maybe this is creating, a calendar or a to-do list, or just asking for help, because sometimes we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. And some of you may have even had shoulder issues, neck. I'm getting neck, shoulders, or back. Okay. You see that this lizard here, he's carrying a lot. And I feel like he's ready to put an end to something. He's ready to kind of lay the weight of the world down. And that's where that angelic guidance comes in with help and says, you're not doing this alone. You don't have to do this alone. We're here to help. We're here to assist. And I feel like there's an ending, a big ending coming in, ushering in a transformative new beginning for you, because you have the Nine of Pentacles. So here's two nines. Just peeking to see what else is out here. We have two nines showing up. You have the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Now, at first, the Nine of Pentacles showed up in reverse. So this can be my way or the highway. It can be someone who's very independent. It can also swing to the opposite spectrum of codependence as well. But I am getting, Aries, this could be a very stubborn energy of, this is the only option, this is the only way. But because I'm getting the choice card here of more of that holistic, bigger picture thinking, I feel like this is where the Nine of Swords fits in and says, wait a second, why are we worrying about this? Why is this showing up as such a huge thing? Because it is a huge thing. But why do you feel like you have to carry the weight of the world all on your own? Because you don't. And you're going to see physical proof or evidence of something quite profound. Excuse me. I feel like it has to do with this right here. This divine guidance, right? Assistance, it says, miracles, spiritual strength. And that's what I see helping you out at this time, because some of you have really gone through something huge with another individual, or someone was going through it, and maybe you were trying to be the guiding light, because the Five of Swords is not a fun energy to be in at all. It's not my favorite. It is the card of a battle of the egos. And that is one of the biggest battles that we see so often, is a battle of the ego based on greed, based on jealousy, manipulation, deceit, poor sportsmanship. It is revenge and selfishness and someone taking advantage, right? And it's just messy, and it really can mess with the mind. And it can also be the card of addiction and, knowing when to fight, when to walk away from something or from someone, because it feels like two people, right? Or two energies here. I mean, the lion's got his teeth out, and this unicorn, it even feels like the unicorn has the, has the angry face on. And so this person may have brought out a side of you that maybe you don't like to bring out, right? It's not a side, but we all have that within us, right? We have that innate ability to fight for something that we believe in, but we don't, if it's not worth fighting for, it's going to be worth just kind of walking away from it. And sometimes that's the answer, is saying, wait a second, is this even worth the fight? Because this fight doesn't look fair. It doesn't look good. It just looks like it's messy, and it's causing a lot of anxiety here. Whatever this fight is, that's what you're releasing. That's what you're letting go of. And for some of you, this has to do with your mental health. It feels like there hasn't been a lot of support, and it feels like you are constantly in that fight or flight mode. But because I have the Judgment card showing up, the Judgment card is about spiritual rebirth. It is about a massive awakening. For some of you, it could have even been like a wake-up call, a near-death experience, or, a final judgment call. Like, all right, I'm not fighting this fight anymore, right? I may have lost the battle, but I'm going to, I don't know that saying, lost the battle but win the war, or vice versa. But it just feels like someone is done fighting. Or it feels like there is finally a burden being lifted. Maybe there's a resource coming in here. There could be, a forgiveness coming in. This could be finally a second chance to live life again, to feel renewed instead of, again, feeling the weight of the world that has been suffocating or drowning some of you for quite some time. Because this Judgment card is huge. You see Alice, she is coming face to face with that Jabberwocky. There's no turning back. And you can see right in front of her, there's a portal. And when the Judgment shows up, this is the call. This is a call. This is self-awareness. This is about you knowing what is happening here. You know that you are faced with a massive choice and change that is going to alter your life forever. And that's what I see with the Tower, right? There is a choice here. And based on whatever choice this is for you, right, it is going to change your life forever. But I feel like the choice is to walk through this portal and say, all right, I'm not going back. There's no more going back ever to this Five of Swords. And God help me. That's why you have the divine guidance. You can call God whatever you'd like, right? God help me. I will never go back to this burden. Some of you, if this is a surgery, if this is a divorce, if this is whatever it may be, right? I just feel like the worst is over, or it's about to be. Okay. The Judgment card is saying, I'm walking through it here. I've gone through the trials and tribulations. I am letting go. The Judgment is the card of letting go. Now you have the Fool showing up next. So this is a brand new beginning, a brand new life. This is Alice going down the rabbit hole. And you see the rabbit next to her, right? The white rabbit. And there's a sense of innocence here. Oh, and there's a whole lot of mushrooms. So we said micro. Maybe some of you are microdosing some mushrooms, or maybe you're taking some, lion's mane, or you could be drinking some mushroom coffee. Okay. Mushrooms seem to be significant here in your energy. For some of you, there may have even been something with mold or mold spores. Maybe you had a little mushroom growing in a plant of yours. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like this is what you've been wanting for quite some time. You've been wanting to go towards a new path or a new journey. And this is it. This is a new beginning. This is Aquarian energy. The age of Aquarius has arrived. This is your soul self, where you're curious, right? There's curiosity about your path moving forward because a choice has been made. There's no going back on a choice. Once something is made here, I feel like you've stepped into this rabbit hole, right? You can't climb back up. Alice, the only way to get back to the tree is to go through, right? She can't go back up the hole that she fell in. And I feel like it's important for you to be curious. It's important for you to work on things that help you remain as balanced and as I don't want to say stress-free, but to manage stress and anxiety levels the best that you can. Okay. Try to go into this with innocence and exploration and potential and, really discovery, because that's what's showing up here. And whatever you do, don't keep looking back up at the hole that you came from, because you have the Ten of Swords here in the Tower. So the Ten of Swords is that Wicked Witch of the East. A house has landed on her. She's, it's like we keep looking for that Wicked Witch of the East, but you see proof and evidence of her feet hanging out. And yes, the feet disappear. But your eyes, it feels like your eyes are playing tricks on you at times, but you're moving through some sort of illusion. There's something you're starting to believe in. You're like, wait a second, I'm not in Kansas anymore, right? You are about to embark on the yellow brick road, right? And yellow is showing up here in your energy. Yellow is the solar plexus chakra. And because we see the detox card here, and because we have the body talk card, some of you, this has to do with the gut. This could be bacteria in the gut. This could be microbiomes. Some of you, there's been some surgery around this area, maybe liver or kidneys or whatever it may be. Okay. Even in mid-back region. So solar plexus is our powerhouse. It's our confidence. It is our light, our vitality. And I feel like that's what's shifting here. And the Tower comes in saying, destroy the old structures. They already have been destroyed, but don't pick up the boards from the old house, because that's not going to help you where you're going. You need to move forward because you're building new structures, and you can pick up material on the way. You don't have to rebuild based on something that's crumbled. And I just get, for a lot of you, if you've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to the point where you've lost your damn mind on something, you're letting it go once and for all. And I just feel like this is huge. This is significant. But let's take a look at career, money, abundance, and wealth. And let's see where you're at here. Of course, look at what we have. Change. So some of you, this has to do with your career. Your finances are changing here. There's change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. Just because you don't see any movement doesn't mean that it's not happening. Well, get ready, because you're going to see some movement, and a whole lot of it. We have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. I do see stress here. I do see fear of the unknown, right? I do see that sometimes you're going to try to dig yourself up out of that hole that you're meant to go discover now, this new path. But the beautiful thing is what you do not see, because we're getting into, again, I usually only take the bottom 3 of the deck, but remember, right behind the mending is the bliss card. The bliss is the sun. It's happiness, it's joy, it's wish fulfillment. So there is some light at the end of the tunnel. There is some big happiness around the corner here for you. Sometimes to see the change, you must be the change. So for some of you, this is a self-induced tower. This tower that is coming in, abrupting, your life, or up leveling your life in some way. This is you, because you start off with the 10, right? And you end with the 10 of swords. You start off with the 10 of wands, end with the 10 of swords. You're like, I'm gracefully bowing out. I've had enough of this 2024. I've had enough of this job. I've had enough of this health issue, relationship, whatever's going on, right? And that's where the tower comes in. And I do see here big change. Now, what does that look like? All right, we have the light bulb, lucrative ideas. There's a new income source showing up here. This is inspiration. For some of you, Aries, you are entrepreneurs, or you are meant to activate your own gifts, activate your own potentials, instead of just thinking one day, right? One day that would be nice. One day I'll be this or that, right? One day starts today. And I am getting a new job for you. This is creative work. This is shaping your routine in a new way. Maybe that's the tower. Perhaps if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner, you could be doing things in a new way. Okay, maybe you're completely giving your daily routine or your business a makeover. For others of you, if you work in the corporate world, I do see either a new income source coming in, so a job offer or an offering elsewhere. This could be a new role in your position. Some of you, there's a change in management, or someone's been fired. Someone's been fired for wrongdoing, or, 5 of swords. Remember, we talked about that 5 of swords. Someone who is very selfish, greedy. There may have even been some sort of theft, some sort of lies, cheating. Yeah, wrongdoing, unethical practices. Someone may be leaving the company and it just feels a lot better for you, okay? For those of you that may be unemployed, I definitely see that things have changed here, but the Fool says there could be a new beginning. There is a new beginning, of course. And I feel like there is a heavy burden being lifted for you. And for those of you that are retired, you could be moving. You could be starting a new venture, or, taking a creative idea to the next level. Maybe building a website, or putting your brand out there, writing a book, whatever it may be for you. You have ideas and it's important to utilize them. Now you do have the planner card showing up. It says, take financial inventory, see what needs changing, because your whole reading here seems to be focused on change, endings, and new beginnings. So you could be planning maybe your yearly finances, taxes. You could be looking at numbers. For some of you, your financial advisors, accountants. You could be looking at graphs. They're showing me like Excel spreadsheets, and I'm seeing different graphs here. So maybe analytics. You could be a data engineer or analytic, someone who deals with analytics in some way. Event planning, maybe project managing, or a professional organizer. It's crucial that you make a plan to make sure each day counts. And that's what I see you doing here. Okay, I see that there's been planning. It almost feels like you've been planning for this for quite some time. And maybe now you're ready to execute. You're ready to launch. You're ready to let go of that planning stage and step into letting it all go. Letting it all go, putting your faith and your trust into the universe and saying, okay, I've done the work. I got all the way to this 10 of Wands and boy, oh boy, am I tired, but I'm putting it all out there and I'm trusting in the universe to support me. Now you also have precarious showing up here, and it does say there have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances, and it looks that way here with the spread I see out here. But it says money could be coming in fast and going out just as fast. But the good news is it says there are fast changes regarding money or an unexpected turn. And I do see that here for you. So if money has felt stagnant, or if money has felt like it's been on a little bit of a lull for you, something is shifting quite significantly for you. And I will tell you, even though I do see a lot of endings coming in, you may not see the shift coming in for the better. And we're getting multiple cards that say there is a better change coming in. So trust that. Try not to let the panic and the fear roll in. Okay, because that can be hard to do. We tend to panic and we tend to say, oh my gosh, what now? What's next? But you have the Fool coming in. So it wouldn't surprise me if Capricorn season, or definitely by the new year, January, there is an opportunity gifted to you, an offering. All right. What else do we have for career? Some of you are letting go of a toxic environment, right? You're saying goodbye because there's a new offer coming in. Or some of you, there's been a health leave or a leave of absence, maternity leave, or maybe you're taking it in micro doses, right? You only want to do so much. Maybe you're shifting your schedule up so you don't have to feel like you're taking on tons and tons and tons of work and you don't have enough time to live your life. There could be some changes, and maybe you have a conversation with someone here and you could be fearing worst case scenario. Maybe you're fearing the 5 of Swords, but actually judgment comes in and says, well, you were brave enough to ask. Therefore, there is a reward. There is going to be an ending to the old. And I feel like you're going to take a leap of faith. It almost feels like you taking a leap of faith puts you in a favorable position. Like they say, if you want to get the biscuit, you got to risk it, right? And I feel like you're risking something, but it's going to pay off and you're going to have the sweet results awaiting you. Let's look at love. What do we have for love? Okay. Whew. You're stopping the pattern. The first card that I see here is cutting out. So when it comes to love, this can be love in a romantic sense. It could be family. It could be friendships. It can be anyone that, you've built a strong bond with emotionally at some point or another. There's been someone here who has an ego, or they've acted from a place of a wounded ego, an altered ego, or even an inflated ego, right? Someone cocky and arrogant and overconfident, or someone very wounded. They have had a lot of pain that's occurred, but it's our responsibility, right, to heal that. And that's what the judgment is all about as well. A wake-up call saying, wait a second, even though sometimes hurt people, yes, they hurt people, it is up to us to heal, because when we heal, the whole world heals. So you are stopping a pattern. You're cutting something out or someone out. There is a separation here. And I feel like you may have even given the silent treatment. Maybe that's what eventually could mend or come together with that card, but I feel like it's not now, all right? Because we do see the mending showing up here. And this can be coming together, or it can be letting someone go. And that is what is required and needed for deep healing and transformation to occur or happen with you and an individual. And not to worry about, is this person ever going to come back, or, what's going to happen from here on out? Not worrying about 5 months from now, 5 years from now, but staying present in the moment and stopping the pattern, because the only way to do that is through self-awareness, and for you not to look back, right? Not to look back and repeat what's happened, but also not to be 1,000 steps ahead of the game here. Stay present. You're never going to let someone cut you down. And I also feel like you may have been trying to help someone who's been cut down here as well. Now you have the narcissism card, Aries. This is the golden mirror. Some of you are dealing with a family member who's a narcissist or an ex-lover. Some of you may have been love bombed. You know, when someone comes at you at full throttle speed, 190 miles per hour, telling you you're their everything and they love you and they want to be with you and they'll never do anything to hurt you, and they've never ever had such an intense relationship with anybody else ever before. This person, they've come from a place of ego, okay? This is one-sided. And I feel like the energies here are coming out. There's something you're seeing in the mirror, right? The self-absorbed. It feels like I'm getting a broken mirror here, even though the mirror's not broken on this picture. But I feel like the illusion, some sort of illusion has been shattered, and you're able to see through something. You're able to see the red flags, okay? Or you're able to see maybe the green flags. Maybe there's someone new coming in here and you're like, wait a second. Here I was searching for all the red flags. There is none. I've let them go, put them in the past, but now I'm focusing on these green flags that this energy is bringing in with this new beginning. Or maybe that's what you're calling in. Instead of focusing so much, it looks like you're on a race car track, right? And going round and round and round with flags everywhere. I feel like this is time for you to, oh, look at this. There's the sunglasses. I was going to say time for you to have a wake-up call. And we have a watching, looking. We have the card of perception and stalking. For some of you, if you've let someone go, they're creeping on you. They want to know what you're up to. They may be keeping tabs on you. They may be looking at your social media, or they want to know if you're better off without them or if you're struggling without them. It's like they want to know if you either meant anything, or maybe that's you. But I feel like you're letting all of that go. Remember the let them theory? You're saying let them. Let that person do what they need to do because it doesn't involve me anymore. And what does involve you, Aries, when it comes to love, this is about you meeting and talking to people who fill your cup. Look at that. You have the coffee cup, and there's some good smelling coffee beans here. This is savoring the moment. Instead of drinking that cold, mucky coffee, ground, stale, 3-day-old coffee that's been sitting at the bottom burning, right? I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink tea, but I can only imagine taking a drink of god-awful coffee and it tastes horrible. You just got to spit it out, right? But sometimes you chug it. Sometimes you drink that coffee because you need that fix, right? And maybe that's the old you. Maybe you're like, I settled for that crap tasting coffee, but no more. Now I have an espresso machine. Now I have introduced new family or new relationships or new community into my life, and this tastes so much better than that old stuff I had. And this is about you savoring the moment. It's about you feeling elevated, right? Feeling like you're on cloud 9, because there's a night and day difference between some fresh ground coffee beans from, Cuba, or the nasty ones that are just, it's not even real coffee, right? It just feels like you're building something that's strong and solid, okay? You're building a friendship potentially, or this is what you are calling in, but it is going to require you to make space in your life. And that may mean letting go of patterns or letting go of energies or people or whatever this may be for you. With the letting go card, it's going to require you to liberate yourself from a person, place, or thing, or a pattern or belief, or, whatever it is, in order to drink the good espresso coffee. So I see endings. I see severing. I see some of you choosing healthier relationship patterns or dynamics, but it does require a complete up leveling of your foundation. And this is going to be a good thing for you, Aries. It will be. Now, what is the advice here? From your soul's truth, you have, what is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us. Some of you really, really, really need to take close or pay close attention, because not only do we have body talk and detox, your body is trying to tell you something. It may be trying to tell you something through pain, through numbness, through butterflies, through some of you night sweats, okay, or sleep patterns. Your body wants to alert you of something. And it says our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply, see the trapped emotions, the lurking fears, and the beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Today's soul action. Get the book Heal Your Body by Louise Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. Now, Louise Hay, one of my favorites, You Can Heal Your Life. She has, a companion workbook as well. But what the book is, if you haven't heard of it, is every single symptom that you can ever imagine, from, it can be acne to burns to cancer to, eye styes, whatever it may be. It gives you the metaphysical meaning behind it and then the affirmation that you can say and incorporate. And it can give you a little bit of a resource for you to do some deep diving into your healing path. And it can really lead you down that source. There's additional people in your card here in the body talk. So this can be connecting to a professional, maybe a nutritionist, a healer, a therapist, a doctor, a soul coach. You have resources, and that's what Spirit wants you to know. And then lastly here, you have, what am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundant mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It's impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. It's important as you're going through some of these life-altering and life-changing events that are taking place here for you, Aries, for you to adopt that abundant mindset. And it doesn't mean that you're sweeping things under the rug. Right? No, it's not about toxic positivity, because I see awareness showing up here for you. But it is about appreciating everything, including the highs and the lows. It's appreciating your body, even the parts of your body that you struggle to get along with or enjoy. Today's soul action. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. Notice the abundance growing within you. Beautiful. Aries, if you want to be entered, into that monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month, drop 3 things you are grateful for in the comment section below the video. I personally will enter you into that giveaway. 3 things. Any 3 things, drop them below. And feel free to check out other people's gratitudes, right? Adopt that abundant mindset and have multiple perspectives as well. Now, last but not least, you have the offering. This is one of my absolute favorites, is this Archetype book by the Wild Unknown. And the offering is the gift. It is the present. It's also the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is a time for something to be given and given up. For the sake of the bigger picture, if nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is it to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load. There's the 10 of Wands. He's carrying that heavy load. That could be what you're letting go of, right? You're letting go of this. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. When this is showing up as the light aspect, Aries, it's about generosity, donation, maybe even volunteering. When it's showing up as the dark, it's about giving with expectations, keeping track. And what better remembrance of that energy than around the holiday times, right? It is about generosity and volunteering and, donating our time, our energy, our money if we can, whatever it may be. But can we do so without expectations? Can we do so without keeping tabs and keeping track? Because if you believe in the laws of the universe, the laws of karma, the laws of attraction, you know that what you put out there is going to come back to you. So you don't have to keep tabs on it, right? You don't have to have those expectations. By you putting an offering out there, even though it may feel like a sacrifice, you're going to get it back tenfold. Trust in that. It says here, if there is a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special, now is the time. Once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes. This is beautiful. For those of you that want to go further into the offering, check out Odin's sacrifice of his eye. Okay. I mean, maybe if someone sacrificed their eyeball, that would not be cool. But, I mean, it happens. That's a Norse mythology, Odin's sacrifice of his eye. So for some of you, there is something you're sacrificing with the detox card, right? But like it says, entering into that energy of sacrifice, excuse me, and the word sacred, because there is something here that is going to be worth it, that is worth it. So adopt that abundant mindset. Let go of what must be purged. Let go. You're going to know what that is. For each and every one of you, it's going to be different. But be grateful for what is and trust in the journey that you are on. Because even though things may feel like they're chaotic, they may feel like they're hectic, you may feel like you're in the eye of the tornado here, don't resist what needs to be released. Don't resist. Try your best not to judge this yourself. Try not to drop into that false evidence appearing real, fear, right? And really work on letting things go. And that is your monthly reading for December 2024. That is what I have for you, Aries. If you like the message, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And do drop your gratitudes. I read each and every one of them. Drop 3 of them in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in, Aries. Lots of love.